Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. The ADA chart continues to move in a sideways range. I know it's getting really boring for many, but the price is simply currently following the proposed microstructure, even on the smallest time frames, and it's been doing that now for the last 1 or 2 weeks. So we're going to zoom in a minute. Please understand the context that we're tracking here, which is a triangle pattern, at least in the white scenario. There is a more bearish scenario as shown in yellow, but in the white count, we're tracking for now a bullish scenario. It's not high confidence because we're dealing only with a sideways consolidation pattern. So we're not really dealing with any impulsive upside movement, nothing super clear there. But we can still track it as a triangle, and there is a key invalidation point for the bullish thesis. That's at 51 cents. So the directly bullish thesis, I mean, there's no, it's just invalidated, okay? And there's no wiggle room left. So the triangle, to explain again, for some reason that third wave is missing here, but this would be the third wave top that formed there in December. And then, this is a 3-wave move down in wave A. This is a 3-wave move up in wave B. This is a C wave to the downside. The D wave to the upside, and then an E wave to the downside would give us 5 waves, sideways consolidation. And then from there, a 5th wave to the upside could happen. But as you can see, the D wave seems to be unfolding right now. It would be a 3-wave move up. And then we can get the E wave down to complete the 4th wave. And from a triangle point of view, normally what we want is a breakout to the opposite side of the E wave. That would be to the upside. Now I would say let's take a look at the smaller time frame. Let's zoom in. And as you can clearly see, hold on, the price is currently going into our support zone. That's the current thesis. Already talked about that yesterday. I introduced today a resistance zone that we can watch on the micro level. Okay, so quick reminder, we were tracking from down here, from that 51 cent level, which is a potential C wave low of the triangle. We were tracking a 3-wave move up. It ended as 3 waves, and it completed the 3-wave pattern nicely and targeted the golden ratio level, a very common Fibonacci retracement. That was at 66 cents. From there, now a B-wave pullback is unfolding here. The standard Fibonacci support zone is between 54 cents and 60.3 cents. Doesn't quite look complete, this downtrend. I'm watching specifically 58.4 cents as possible target, because looking at the nanostructure, another 4-5 pattern in wave C seems to be likely. So we could get another lower high and another lower low before we start the next rally to the upside. Definitely something we are tracking. And in addition to that, we, as you can see, I mean, it's only 3 waves up, so 3 waves down could form a higher low. So these are the standard Fibonacci levels. But in addition, we have a previous swing low there at 58.4 cents. So it does seem like we could go a little bit lower, but we've now reached the support zone for the B-wave pullback. And as soon as it's completed, we're going to watch for a C-wave rally. And I mean, depending on how deep the B-wave goes, it might take us above that resistance area here, maybe even to the next structural resistance at around 77.5 cents. Very slow price action at the moment. Nothing too exciting there. But we can call it a B-wave pullback, yeah. And as I said, the B-wave itself would be a 3-wave move, and we're probably working on that internal C-wave right now. But that should be a 5-wave move. And such a wave 4 has resistance all the way up to the 50% retracement at 62.3 cents. For now, we're holding below that resistance zone at 62 cents. So unless we break above resistance impulsively, the pressure seems downward. Okay, and we would watch for lower prices for at least one more low, possibly targeting 58.4 cents, maybe even 56.6. Only below 54 cents, we would have to adopt a more bearish stance, a more directly bearish stance. That's the update about ADA. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.